Hello, it's Jakob from Flamingo Fixed. Today I'm preparing my bike for the unknown race, a 1000 kilometer ultracycling race, which I will participate in a couple of weeks. The special thing about that race is that you don't know the track before. You know that it starts in Lyon and it ends in Lyon and it will be about 1000 kilometers long, but you don't know where the checkpoints in between are, so you have to be prepared to go to the Alps where it might be super cold still, or go to the Côte d'Azur where it might be super warm. It's a little bit difficult to decide what to take. There's a couple of things I want to change on the bike. Let's dive into it. Let's first start with the things I will definitely take before I start replacing parts on this bike. Basically I have 4 different categories of things. A safety category, which is very small, just a safety blanket that's mandatory for the race. A reflective vest, which is kind of big and a little bit ugly. If you are riding outside of cities in the night in France, you need a reflective vest like this, and a small lock. So that's my safety equipment. These are things that will go on the bike and that I will replace on the bike. Then I have my electronics, tools, technique category. I will need 2 sets of lights, 2 front lights, 2 rear lights. That's also a demand by the race organizers. Then I will take a small power bank, maybe just to charge the GoPro and the Garmin. Then I have some tools, a multi-tool, a small pump, spare tubes and a spoon. That's basically it. I will take my GoPro camera, my phone, my cycling computer, and then I have my clothes. I will wear 1 kit and 1 set of shoes. Additionally, I will carry 1 set of gloves. I'm not sure yet if I will take the thicker ones or the smaller ones. These are kind of warm, but only as long as it stays dry. And these are kind of waterproof, even though they are very old and fall apart already, so they're not really waterproof anymore. These I can compress into my fist basically. These are like double the size. I will probably take both of them to France and then leave one of the options on the start line. Additionally to the gloves, I will have these small overshoes, which are fine for kind of coldish weather, around 5 degrees, maybe a little bit lower. If the weather forecast seems to be very rainy, very windy, I will take full-size neoprene overshoes just so that I don't freeze. I will have this kind of tube scarf. I have leg warmers, arm warmers, my lightweight rain jacket that I made in the stream that you can re-watch now if you haven't watched it. In the end it's 77 grams and it is, once again, kind of good to compress, very small. That's what I will take most likely, and then again maybe if it seems like it will be raining for 48 hours straight, I might take a more sturdy one, something that's a little bit more breathable. Most likely I will take the small one, that's what I made it for. A puffy jacket. The bags, I will just take this frame bag that I once made myself from parts that I had laying around, leftovers basically. I have a kind of better one, the green one that I usually use, but this fits better on this bike, not just color-wise, but also from the size. They differ a centimeter or something in length, and the zipper on here is easier to use on the bike because it's a bigger zipper, so I will probably use this. Then I have this top tube bag. I was thinking about making one myself, but then I didn't really feel like sewing, and a friend of mine offered to make one for me. Max made this frame bag for me from a super lightweight but waterproof material. I forgot the name of that stuff, but it seems pretty nice so far, so this will go on the top tube. I will most likely have to take the hydration pack because with the frame bag in the frame I will only be able to fit small bottles, like really small 500 milliliter bottles or 550. Let's say they are 550 milliliters. I could only carry 1.1 liter water with me, which would then mean I would have to stop every 2.5 hours, and I want to avoid doing that. Some people might think stopping every 2.5 hours is not that bad, but it's not just the stopping, is you have to find a water source. And especially during the night, finding water can be difficult. I mean, I'm a lot faster and I feel safer when I can take my mind off the problem of finding supplies all the time. So that's why I will most likely go with this hydration pack, which fits 2 liters of water, and then maybe 1 additional bottle in the frame for sweet drinks. If I feel like drinking a cola or a lemonade, I can just put it in here. Not sure about that yet. I will try how far I can get and how good I can feel with that 1 liter of water on the frame. I'm planning to do some long rides with all of the equipment and then kind of decide what I do. Also, I will put some clip-on aero bars on the bike. Of course, it makes you faster, but most important is it's a lot more comfortable to just lay like this, ride for hours, listen to an audiobook. I forgot my MP3 player. I will also take my MP3 player for entertainment to listen to some audiobooks. I won't take that cat, unfortunately. I didn't train her to ride a bike yet, and she really needs to resupply every 3 hours. Then I will replace the saddle. Dennis, aka Just Road Bike, gave me this saddle the other time I went to visit him because he's not using it. I had this saddle before and I know I like it, and it's 40 grams lighter than the saddle I have on there right now. So I will try out this saddle, saves me a little bit of weight. Also, I will replace the inner tubes on this bike for some TPU tubes, which saves me another 110 gram, I think. And then I also got a new cassette, which didn't arrive yet. Right now there's a 1128 on there, a kind of heavy Shimano 105 cassette. I got a slightly lighter one, which is also 1132. I'm not sure if it fits with the rear derailleur on this bike. Officially, the Dura-Ace 9000 rear derailleur can only shift to 28, I think, but I know of people who have fitted 1132 cassettes with the Dura-Ace. So I will try that. This will also save me another 70 gram, I think, with the aero bars on and the lighter parts on. I will still have 200 gram more, which is okay for a more comfortable position. And now I will put everything on the bike and then see how it looks and if everything fits. Okay, I've attached everything to the bike, and there will be 1 or 2 things that I might have to carry in the pockets of my jersey, which is this way too big reflective vest, the pump and my phone, but the phone I would have in my rear pocket anyways. If I go with the hydration backpack, I will have some more space here, because then I will just use the tool bottle for carrying more stuff. Maybe some gloves or some of the smaller clothes from here, just to free up this space a little bit, because it's a little bit cramped, not too much, but I think when you want to do everything on the bike that you can, then it would be nicer to free this a little bit. This rear part of the top tube bag is completely empty for now. This will be my bento box. This will carry all my snacks, most of the time chocolate peanuts. I have one small problem here in front on the light mount. I can't unscrew the screw that's holding the light while the aero bars are on there to switch out the front lights if I need my spare light. I will figure something out. But yeah, that's basically my setup for the 1000 kilometers of the unknown race. If I take the thicker gloves and the thicker overshoes, then I probably also need them most of the time, and will have them on my body anyways. This is it. That's the setup for the unknown race. As I said in the beginning, I have a couple of options. I will have my GoPro with me, and I hope I will be able to film a little bit and that I will have the energy and take you with me on this journey. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, give me a thumbs up. If you want to see how everything goes on the race, subscribe to the channel, activate the bell button, and you will be up to date. See you in the next video, and goodbye.